Good afternoon, world. It's being able to come back with another video. Like I said, it's another year, 2019. 2019. Okay, that's the year that they say we've just experienced yesterday. It went from 2018 to 2019. But someone like me is kind of it's funny to when people celebrate the new year when it's not even the right year. I mean, for those who have any type of historical background, this is not the right year. 2019, are you serious? To say this is 2019 is to totally discount or disregard, all the ancient civilizations that were here before us. We can't look at those civilizations as dinosaurs. When will we ever be able to have, an organization or individuals that want to right this wrong? Because to me, time is very, very important. And to continue the brainwashing of our existence is to me is really a situation where we are in total cognitive dissonance. This is not 2019. And if you have any type of melanated status or you're from African descent, which we all are that has woolly hair, we know that 2019 is a joke. I mean, come on, man. We can go back to 2600 BC and have individuals that we can actually name that actually existed back then. I mean, all the kings and all the pharaohs from the Kemetic dynasties in Egypt. So I mean, it's really crazy to know that no one thinks about this and no one actually feels that it's necessary. Because when you don't feel it's necessary, then you continue the same mindset, you continue the same lifestyle. And I promise you, anytime you're living in an environment where in 2019, federal workers that work for the government are told that they cannot work anymore, go home. We having an argument between the branches of government. Until we settle our argument, you guys can come back to work. And then also we have a group of you guys, hundreds of thousands of you guys, that you need to come to work. And you're not going to get paid, but we need you at work. Now, last I checked, anybody that's forced to work without pay is a slave. That's not an indentured servant. That's not a sharecropper. That's a slave. And so I have to ask myself, where is it when we're going to actually come to a point as, thought-provoking or conscious individuals where we say, okay, this is wrong, and we need to do something about it. But when you condition to just protest about everything, inside, that's not going to work. That's why you don't have, 450,000 federal workers marching on Washington Capitol building right now to tell them, hey, get your stuff together, man. What do you mean you guys are fighting over a $5 billion wall, and here we are, we can't pay our mortgage, we're not getting paid, and I have to get up and go to work knowing I'm not getting paid? These are federal workers. So if the federal government treats their own employees like that, don't understand the reason why banks and financial institutions can get away with, manipulating the market and taking everybody's 401ks like they did back in 2008 and 2000. So you got to be smart. You got to be conscious, because this is not right. This should be a bigger story than it is. I mean, to minimize it as to say, well, the president wants a wall and the Congress not giving him the wall, that's not right. So as soon as they figure this thing out, everybody go back to work. We got over 400,000 people not working that have jobs. Many of them are forced to work without pay. Many of them have been told, don't come to work, you're going to be furloughed. What? But we'll protest the flag and the national anthem. We'll protest hashtag Me Too movements. We'll protest hashtag Black Lives Matter movement. Are you serious? But no one is at the Capitol building protesting that a million employees that work for the federal government aren't working anymore because the president, which is executive branch, and the legislative branch, which is Congress, can't agree on a $5 billion wall. But guess what? They still working. They still got their money. And for them to say, well, I'm not taking a check. Why would you take a check? I mean, you're sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars, Congressman. Remember, Congressman, you probably sitting on a lot of these board of directors, a lot of these companies, Congressman. And the president, we know, you're a self-proclaimed billionaire. So it's really crazy to know that in this day and age, we're protest about things as frivolous as kneeling for the flag and hashtag Black Lives Matter, which I don't even know what that means, and hashtag Me Too. What? But we have women and men and children that are suffering right now because they can't work or they're not getting paid because it's out of their hands. And it's the government. Wow. Once again, God, I just want to throw some coins out there, so you can spend and buy you something to eat, because this is food for thought. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys don't see what I'm talking about, then you're just as cognitively dissonant as the next person. It's wrong that what's going on right now with the federal workers. And the fact that they are actually suing the government, you're suing your bosses. Let's reframe this thing called protest. And we're going to protest. Let's protest for something that's going to help others. Like, this will never happen again. If the workers try to do something that's going to help them get their jobs back, not protest, not file lawsuits. It's not going to work. And the president and Congress, you guys are wrong for that. And this is Being Willie, and I'm out.